Welcome to Cineights, where you get to know the best movies and series. Today's video is about top 10 best Ana De Armas movies, according to IMDb. Be sure to watch until the end. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Knock Knock 2015. This is a good chance that Knock Knock was some people's introduction to Ana De Armas, as it was among her first English-speaking projects. While not exactly mainstream, Eli Roth's remake of Death Game did attract attention due to starring Keanu Reeves as a married guy who is visited by two women when his wife is out of town. Things happen, and he suddenly finds himself stuck in a sticky situation of his own making alongside two dangerous strangers. Now, Knock Knock is not exactly great. Film peaks in its opening act with a suspenseful chase sequence, but the story goes off the rails after that point and never really gets back on it. While giving a passable performance, Reeves is too naturally likable to fully work as a character who should slowly gain the audience's ire. Meanwhile, the female characters lack much in the way of depth or nuance. Still, De Armas performs her role well, even if she is not given as much to do as her co-star, Lorenza Izzo. Ghosted 2023. Ever since Knives Out, Chris Evans and Ana De Armas have found themselves drawn to each other cinematically. 2023's Ghosted was basically advertised on its lead's double act, and the film spends a lot of time emphasizing how exciting they are as a couple. In truth, this action rom-com does not really hit the mark, largely thanks to a tired script and uninspired action sequences. Evans and De Armas also do not really click in this one, at least not to the point of being able to carry such a weekend-by-the-numbers storyline. Evans is a hopeless romantic named Cole who is ghosted by a woman he recently dated. Consequently, he decides to surprise Sadie by visiting her in London. However, Cole ends up dragged into the espionage life as he is mistaken for a CIA operative by a shady organization, and Cole quickly learns that Sadie is a spy. While far from good, Ghosted is a harmless way to spend 2 hours on a random weeknight. Sergio 2020. Sergio Vieira de Mello, played by Wagner Moura, is a UN diplomat, humanitarian, and negotiator in this movie that follows him as he navigates political missions during the US invasion of Iraq. With plenty of political unrest, dangerous operations, and heart-wrenching loss, this film will keep viewers on their toes. Armas plays Sergio's love interest, Carolina Larriera, a UN economic consultant who puts herself into the fray just as much as he does and would do anything to help him. The film is a biographical drama based on Sergio's time in Baghdad, his efforts to have the US withdraw their troops, and his eventual death due to a terrorist attack at a UN base camp. Deepwater 2022. A chilling psychological thriller that also stars Ben Affleck. Deepwater was originally produced for the streaming service Hulu. It tells the story of what looks like a normal upper-class couple caught in an unhappy marriage, and the emotional toll that takes even when a person seems pampered and comfortable. Vic and his wife Melinda seem to have a perfect life, but their dark secret is that they aren't happy as a couple, and have an agreement that Melinda can take the occasional lover as long as she stays with the family. While Affleck and Ana De Armas do not have especially great chemistry, they are both charismatic enough to carry this story's more dramatic moments. Unfortunately, the core mystery lets the film down as it is quite contrived and unbelievable. Corazon 2018. In this poignant and compelling drama, Armas plays Elena Ramirez, a prostitute who has to fight against stigma and stereotypes to earn a visa so that she can seek medical help for a previously undiscovered medical condition. Corazon is a great film that's so sad, it's hard to watch twice. This is another one of Armas' films that is based on a heart-wrenching true story, and Armas acts alongside Damian Bichir, who plays Dr. Mario Garcia, the doctor trying his best to get Elena the help she needs. The story tells the harsh reality of the hardships and disadvantages that entire groups of people face when dealing with medical treatment in the hopes of survival. Blonde 2022. Blonde is difficult to rate since it is the definition of a polarizing movie. Depending on the viewer, the Netflix film could easily rank among either 2022's best or worst releases. However, Blonde's divisive nature does not extend to Ana De Armas' performance. Analyzed purely on her acting, this is arguably the best Ana De Armas movie, and she carries the whole experience. There is barely a moment when she is not the focus, even if her character is not especially proactive or assertive. When viewed as a whole, Blonde is uncomfortable and exhausting. Lasting nearly 3 hours, most of which consists of rather depressing scenes, the film is a very hard watch that suffers from repetition. Some, the journey will be worth it, while for others, they might feel like they have wasted their time. The Gray Man 2022. After co-starring with Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner 2049 and with Chris Evans in Knives Out, De Armas reunites with both actors as they face off with each other in The Gray Man. Gosling plays a spy who finds himself on the run from his former employers headed by a sadistic operative. Ana De Armas plays an agent who teams with Gosling. Despite the star-studded cast and the Russo brothers directing, the movie wasn't the runaway hit with audiences that Netflix was hoping for. Still, the cast was seen as a highlight, including De Armas in a terrific action-heavy role. No Time to Die 2021, marking the end of Daniel Craig's era as Bond, No Time to Die offered the actor a fitting farewell. But while Craig was as good as ever as 007, many felt De Armas stole the show with her brief role as a CIA operative who helps Bond on his mission. Complete with Bond-like flair, nanobots, and bombs, No Time to Die is action-packed in typical James Bond fashion and features the hit song written by Billie Eilish. Avid or casual fans of the Bond movies will be entertained in Daniel Craig's fifth and final run as the infamous 006. Knives Out 2019, headlining the star-studded cast of the mystery Knives Out, De Armas plays Marta, the nurse of a rich patriarch. After his sudden death, a private investigator, played by Daniel Craig, is hired when foul play is suspected. With a greedy family and a plot that gets thicker and thicker, this movie will entertain with unlimited laughs and suspense. Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, and many more star in this Rian Johnson-directed film, and sitting down to watch it is worth every second. Knives Out is filled with clues and hints that make it fun to revisit again and again. Blade Runner 2049 2017, this sequel of the iconic Blade Runner original film definitely put Ana De Armas's name in lights. Starring Ryan Gosling as the new Blade Runner, Ana De Armas takes a leading role as the artificial intelligence he falls for. With Harrison Ford returning, this cast also includes Dave Bautista and Jared Leto. Blade Runner 2049 has 2 Oscar wins and 3 more nominations. This movie holds up well against its predecessor. For adventurous, futuristic, dramatic, and sci-fi entertainment, this movie will certainly not disappoint.